In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly how to find a manufacturer for your clothing line. I'm going to share with you platforms and websites that I have used throughout my journey into building my own brand. I do want to stress and put a disclaimer out there that this video is not sponsored at all. None of these websites are paying me to say this, so this is completely unbiased. So I just wanted to make that abundantly clear. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Teddy G and I run a clothing brand called Shiva. So here on YouTube, I like to share my journey and also try and drop tips, tricks, gems and all of that good stuff. So let's get into it. So the first platform I'm going to share with you guys is one that will probably benefit my UK subscribers, because this website is for UK fashion and textile manufacturers, and the website is called letsmakeithere.org. Don't worry, I am going to have it linked in the description. So letsmakeithere.org is a free online directory, I can't say that word, I'm so sorry, of UK fashion and textile manufacturers. So the website actually covers all different stages of your production process. So what I mean by that is, if you want a yarn created, you can find a manufacturer on this website that's able to do that. If you want fabric created for your brand, you can also find a UK manufacturer on that website that's going to be able to do that. So it's the full supply chain that you can use this website to find a manufacturer for. So I actually use this platform to find my UK manufacturer. I thought it would be quite beneficial for me to share with you guys exactly how I used the platform effectively in order to then find my manufacturer, and I'm gonna try and do that for each and every platform / website that I'm gonna mention in this video. So once I got onto the website, I clicked directory and then I selected garments, because at the time I just wanted garment production. I didn't need like fabrics or anything like that, so I was just focusing on garment production. And what I did is I scrolled and clicked and looked at all of the different manufacturers that were on the website. Guys, when I say like you need to take time to do this, dedicate a couple of hours in your day to actually go from A to Z of manufacturers and taking down their emails. So the way I did it was I would click on a manufacturer. So let's take 1997 Trading Ltd here. So what I'll do is I'll click on it, and the first thing I'm going to look at is their minimum order quantity. A low minimum order quantity was super important for me. So seeing 150 minimum would probably deter me from actually getting into contact with this particular manufacturer, despite the fact that they could probably produce what it is that I want. Along with looking at the minimum order quantity, I would also look at what they specialize in and see whether it actually covers what I want created. But again, that wouldn't necessarily deter me from actually selecting this manufacturer. There's no harm in just sending an email, seeing what they say. The worst answer you're going to get is, sorry, we don't do that, and it's not that deep. So if I found a manufacturer that worked for me, you know, they have a good minimum order quantity and they can also produce what I want or close to what I want, I would note down their email address, and if they had a number, I would note that down, and if they had a contact name, I would also note that down and just put that somewhere, usually an Excel document, to then get back to like later after I have gone through pages and pages of manufacturers. Guys, don't give up on the first page. You really have to take time and go through all the manufacturers A to Z, because one thing I will have to highlight to you guys is not every manufacturer is going to get back to you, unfortunately. The idea of this exercise is to cover as much ground as possible. In this exercise, quantity is better than quality. You just need to email as many manufacturers as possible. So once you've got your list on your Excel document or on your numbers document of all the manufacturers and their names, you can then just send an identical email to each and every manufacturer. So that is letsmakeithere.org. Perfect if you're after a UK manufacturer. And guys, I do suggest that if you're starting out, you look local. I won't lie, UK manufacturers do tend to be a little bit pricey, but if you look in areas such as Leicester or further up north, they do tend to be a bit cheaper, especially in the Leicester area. In fact, there is a time when I drove to Leicester. Leicester's about 2.5 hours from where I reside, and I know like the road where like you find like lots of manufacturing companies, and sometimes it's just worth just going there, walking around, and they'll usually have like signage just go there with your notepad and pen or your phone and just take down these details, take them down. Guys, in this game, yeah, you got to be, what's the word? You got to be like, it's not ruthless. It's like, you got to be determined to get what you want. But yeah, another platform I have used / come across is Soport. My experience with Soport wasn't the best. I can't lie to you guys. However, the reason why I'm mentioning it in this video is because I don't feel like it's worth writing it off completely due to my own experience. I'll quickly touch on my experience. Basically, I had some samples made. I wasn't happy about the samples and I spoke to Soport about it. Obviously, my money had already been paid to this manufacturer. I spoke to them about it and I just felt like they weren't really trying to hear me. Yeah, my experience with them wasn't the best and I was not happy and I never used them again. But I'm gonna try and be like unbiased because I do feel like they could be a beneficial platform for you guys, especially if you do find a manufacturer that is good and maybe you're a little bit more specific with what you want created than I was, and maybe if something goes wrong they might be a bit more forthcoming. But yeah, Soport. So I'm gonna get this information directly from the website and I'm not saying that it's true and I'm not saying that it's false. Soport is a sourcing website that links you to trusted, this is the part, trusted manufacturers. So when I first came across Soport, it was a little different. The platform was free. Now it costs £18.75 a month, which I feel like it's a little pricey. Their yearly subscription is on offer right now, apparently, and it's £75 for the year, and I believe normally it's £150. Please go and visit their website and check pricing to confirm that because I'm not 100% sure. So the platform links you to thousands of manufacturers from across the world. I'm going to touch a little bit on how the platform actually works, but please note that I haven't used it in its current form. So these are kind of things that I've just like gathered from their website and read from their website. So basically what you do is you create your inquiry. So your inquiry just has like basic details about what it is that you want created, what your project is, and Soport, the platform, will then suggest or send out your inquiry to manufacturers that are going to be able to fulfill whatever it is that you want. So from that you would then select the manufacturer that you of course want to then work with, and then you communicate directly with that manufacturer, send them your tech pack. I'll have my tech pack guide linked up here. The one thing I do like about the Soport platform is their payment system, their payment structure. So obviously the manufacturer will give you the price of what it's going to cost for you to manufacture and you will agree on that. And then you will make that full payment to escrow. A percentage of that payment will be then sent to the manufacturer because of course they also are trying to, you know, not be cheated. So they want to receive a little bit of money. So once the job has been complete, then the rest of the funds is released to the manufacturer, and then of course you receive your goods and you're able to like look at them and see what's going on. So yeah, that's Soport, and I will also have them linked in the description as well. So another platform I have actually used is ForSource. ForSource is another platform that is dedicated to helping you find manufacturers from across the world. The platform is free to join. However, I believe you actually have to have a registered business in order to gain access to this platform. So the platform is kind of similar to Soport, except they don't have like payment processing stuff on there. I feel like it's something that you have to take care of yourself. And guys, please make sure you're protecting your money. If you're releasing it, use platforms like PayPal or escrow. Try and protect your money as much as possible. Use a third party if you can, because I don't want anything to happen to your hard-earned cash with some of these manufacturers. I can't lie, some of them are dodgy. So to actually find a manufacturer on this platform, you can either search their database or you can create an RFQ, which is an RFQ, which is a request for quotation, where you basically post your project and manufacturers can get into contact with you if they feel like they are suitable enough to fulfill your project. So finally, I am going to speak on the daddy of all manufacturing supplier finding platforms, and that is alibaba.com. When I first created my video 2 years ago, at that time I was still quite new to the game, and I found the platform alibaba.com quite overwhelming. Things have changed for me, and that is because I have learned how to use the platform properly and in a way that is of advantage to me and my brand. So for those of you that may not know what alibaba.com is, it's a business-to-business marketplace where you can find thousands and thousands of suppliers that supply you with basically anything that you need for your business. It also has its own payment system, and your orders are protected by trade assurance most of the time, which is a free service. One key thing that I need to mention that will definitely benefit you guys when it comes to using the platform is you need to be very, very specific as to what it is that you want to have manufactured. Have a tech pack that is super specific, from Pantone colors to measurements to exactly where you want the placement of your logo to be. It is imperative to be very specific and to actually send that to the supplier that you're talking to. I will let you know why shortly. So when you're actually looking for your manufacturer, and in the side column it asks what's the minimum order quantity, I would try and put in that box like 50. Sometimes you can negotiate to get orders that are less than 50 with the suppliers that have a minimum order quantity of 50. But if you're trying to talk to a manufacturer or a supplier that's minimum order quantity is like 1,000, trying to get them to make 25 products for you is going to be tricky. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but sometimes it's not worth wasting your time, energy, and typing. You need to make sure you have trade assurance clicked and verified supplier clicked as well, just for that extra layer of protection, and so you can like filter out all like the nonsense as well. With the platform, you need to be very, very patient, and you need to talk to multiple different suppliers at the same time. Don't just focus in on one. Start broad, then narrow it down. Now back to what I was talking about before when I mentioned you need to be as specific as possible and make sure you send all your spec or your tech pack, and you want them to then attach that to your contract. Okay, so with every order on alibaba.com, if it's a trade assurance order, you're going to get this contract, this trade assurance contract, and they can actually attach your spec to that contract as well. So make sure you read it and it lines up with what you've agreed with that manufacturer. The reason why I stress this is because happens, excuse my language, disputing the order then becomes a little bit easier. So guys, I really hope that this video has been helpful. Please drop a comment and let me know what platforms you've used, or whether you've tried out any of these platforms, or if you have any other platform to suggest to my subscribers. Yeah, I will catch you guys in my very next video. Bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.